Hello and welcome back to the Common Colt Podcast. I'm Josh Hudgens, joined by Dan Hertzler. Dan, how you doing, sir?
I'm doing good, man. I'm doing good. We're moving into an important season, maybe a pivotal moment here for Colts franchise, the off season. Probably the hottest one since maybe Andrew Luck.
Yeah, for sure. And I wasn't sure if I should put up like plexiglass or bulletproof glass because the title of this video might get me in trouble. And I told you about my crazy idea off air, but we're going to talk about it. I watched a Chris Ballard press conference and Jonathan Taylor got brought up and they asked him, hey, he's entered his contract year. He's still young. He's 23 years old, but he's a running back and running backs don't last that long. Do you kind of plan on re-signing him or what's the thought? And Ballard said, hey, he's an elite playmaker. You got to re-sign elite playmakers. And that kind of got my head thinking like, should they re-sign Jonathan Taylor or should they trade him? And I want to hear your thoughts on that. But before I do, I just want to plug, we're doing a jersey giveaway this Saturday. Super simple to enter. You literally just subscribe to our channel and comment on the video linked. Super simple. But what do you think? Should they trade Jonathan Taylor?
Yeah, I first want to applaud you for thinking outside the box. I think the Colts Nation, we got to start doing that. I think this is the time to do that. So everything should be on the table. I applaud you for that. We just saw this past in-season trade, CMC, Christian McCaffrey goes from the Panthers to the Niners. Niners give up a second, third, fourth, and then a future fifth. So CMC is 3 years older than Jonathan Taylor. So that puts the market right there. At least gives us a ballpark, maybe late first, early second, but multiple picks.
Yes.
Then you're asking the question, how long do you sign a running back? Assuming we're going to have a rookie deal, we've got some flexibility with cap at the quarterback position. Do you want to put it into the running back? I'm going to say no. I think what a rookie quarterback is going to need is he's going to need playmakers. He's going to need a strong running game. He's going to need something to lean on for the first few years. So I am not wanting to trade Jonathan Taylor. However, I don't want to give him a 5-year deal. Okay. I'm looking at maybe a 4-year deal that they can get out of in 2-3 years. Okay. That would be the perfect spot for what the Colts need to do. I don't think Jonathan Taylor will want that. He will want something long-term. Most running backs do. This could be a potential issue down the road, but I'm trying to get him under contract, give your rookie quarterback a weapon to play with, and I say don't trade him.
Yeah, that's an interesting perspective. And I think if they do re-sign Taylor, I would like that option where the final year is kind of not guaranteed much at all. Yeah. It's kind of a team option there. But for me, I think you really do consider trading him. You know, this team, keep in mind the Colts in the 2000s, they let Edgerrin James pretty much go. I mean, and they drafted Joseph Adai the next year. Yeah. So, you know, running backs.
Well, even before that, they did it with Marshall Faulk too.
Yeah.
You know, and same thing.
So running backs, I mean, you know, they're an important position. And when you have a great one, it's nice to have. But when's the last time a great running back led a team to a Super Bowl? I mean, think of all the great Zeke Elliott lately. I mean, Adrian Peterson, if we're going back to the 2000s. None of these guys have really just ran their team to the Super Bowl. For me, I think that Jonathan Taylor would be a great piece, like you said, for a rookie quarterback to rely on. But you want to make sure you have the right rookie quarterback. And to do that, I think you're going to have to get the first pick in the draft. And to do that, you're going to have some assets. And I'm not saying you can package Taylor with the first round, with our pick to get Chicago's pick. But I do think you could trade Taylor for a late first this year to a team. I don't even know who, the Chiefs or somebody crazy. Maybe not the Chiefs, but somebody like that.
Dolphins. Wouldn't the Dolphins do that?
With Mike McDaniel.
Follow the same model that the 49ers followed and do that? I could see that.
Yeah, that's a good one. And you get that pick, and then you package that with number 4, and then you get number 1. I think it's going to take that much. And Ballard said he's willing to move heaven and earth to get that quarterback, and I think that's what you'd have to do. I know it hurts, it's painful. I like Jonathan Taylor. He's a great running back, but the truth is he was banged up last year. He's a running back entering his contract year, and if you have an opportunity to get a quarterback who's going to last you possibly 10 to 15 years over a running back for 4 to 5 years, I'm taking that quarterback. I just am. You got to be aggressive. At this point, you've got to be aggressive.
Yeah, I actually, the talk about gaining draft capital is huge. Is exactly for the point that you said. Even the, you think of, just say at worst case it's the Christian McCaffrey deal, a second, third, and a fourth, whatever. You take that and move back. For the Bears to move back, is that enough? It might not be, but it gets you closer. So. You could sway me on that. I think you could convince me on that. I think, if you came in and called me up and said, hey, I got this deal, I'm going to make this work. And, I think I'll listen to it. But it's got to be the perfect one. This is not something you just kind of toss a veteran to the side. This is not just because he's a running back and we don't sign running backs. It's got to be the perfect draft capital deal for them to make it. So if it's that one, I'm all in. I'm with you. If it's not perfect, I'm looking at maybe moving, some defensive pieces, Buckner, Shaq Leonard, some of these older guys. I'm looking to move those guys. But I'd be open. I'd be willing to listen to it. You convinced me enough. You did a good job.
Oh, thanks. And that's the thing. You can't trade Taylor just to trade him. Like you said, the reason would be to acquire enough assets to get number one. I want CJ Stroud, and then I want Marvin Harrison next year. I'm going to speak that thing into existence. So
it has to be that you have it already before you make the trade. So you call up the Bears, say what's it going to take. They tell you what's going to take. You go out, and if it costs you Jonathan Taylor, then I'll live with it. But outside of that, man, those playmakers I think are special.
Yeah, he is a special player. Guys, that's all we wanted to talk about today on the Common Colt Podcast. Make sure to like, subscribe, share with a friend. Let us know, should Jonathan Taylor really be put on the trade block? See what the price is. I know it's a touchy subject, but hey, I think we got to weigh all options at this point to really get this team back on track. Thanks for watching, guys. Have a great day.